command about wives? What does the commander command about children, about parenthood, about your parents? What does the commander say about how we do church? What does the commander command about every facet of our life? We need to be reading more so there's more here, that when the time comes that we ponder, there is something to ponder. Jesus was the one in authority. He was in the command mode when he said, teach them to obey. Not to know all things I've said, but command them to obey all the things that I've said. He told the disciples that, and it was not a suggestion. He didn't write a post-it note that had a good idea on it that says, why don't you do this? No, he commanded them, go. He commanded them to tell others. And he commanded them to be sure that the others followed the commands. All I'm really trying to get to this morning is, if you've spent all your prayer time listing all your wants and needs and desires in your prayers, understand that's not wrong. It's not. But give it a little more time for him to speak back. Rest assured, your prayers were heard, but were his thoughts heard by you? Just might be time for a change. A time to grow a little more mature and listen to the master. He's called master for a reason. He's called Lord for a reason. He gave commands for a reason. Back a year and a half, 2 years ago, we did a walk through the Bible. It's about time we bring that back and do it again. But you may have heard us say at that time, there comes a point when knowing what to do must be translated into doing what you know. Sometimes, as a pastor, we teach more people to do more stuff, and we teach them more and more and more, but we never check up, are you doing what we told you? And it seems like until the people are moving in the direction of godliness, that we're just making better hypocrites, where we know what to do, but we don't do what we know. And that's all I'm encouraging you to do, is grow to the next step. How much do you already know of what the master and the commander has to say? How much of that is being done in your home, in your business, in your playtime? How much stands in need of doing more of what you already know? Today, I just want to encourage you to translate your prayer time, and in doing so, you find that you've got a whole relationship with Jesus, one that he would call abounding in a whole new dimension, a new look, a new life. Read more here, so you have more here, so you listen more here, and do. Wouldn't people, if we did that, we all did that, wouldn't that take away one of the objections people have about a church? It's just full of hypocrites. Well, I can't think of a better place a hypocrite ought to go, or them either. Hey, there are going to be hypocrites down at the American Legion. There are going to be hypocrites in the Boy Scouts. There's going to be hypocrites everywhere. Because so many of us know what to do, but we don't do what we know. But wouldn't the church be different if we prayed more, listened more, and pondered more? That's what I hope for you. Let me pray about that. Father, you have been so incredibly gracious to us and patient with us. Sometimes you speak in a whisper, and sometimes it's with a loud voice. Sometimes we read about a need and we feel like we should do something. We hear about a need, whether it's shoes in Honduras or a green envelope that needs to be filled. And so often we do that, but sometimes we don't.